Okay, the first tool that we looked at is Padlet, and Padlet is just a really great collaborative tool. It's like your sticky notes that you put on the board, and you can rearrange and do all kinds of things, but it's like on steroids because you can add videos, links, and other things like that. So Padlet's a great tool to use for a million different reasons. The way that we used it in the coaching session was we posed a question and on the Padlet, and then everybody was able to jump in and add their answers. So I'm just going to show you, if you the site is padlet.com, and you'll need to sign up, and you can click on for school. There's a Padlet backpack, but you don't need that. You can just log in with this regular. You can sign up for the free account, and you can just log in with Google. So I'm going to do that real quick. Oops, went to the wrong one. Back. Log in with this Google account. There we go. And it'll ask to allow. And there you are. And then to make a Padlet, you just click there, and it just starts with this big blank surface. And you can do all kinds of things to it. So over here, I'm just going to show you where this is. If you click on the gear over here, you'll see that you can change the title. So we could call it coaching, whatever we want to, and you can give a description. And this is where we ask the question. So whatever the question is, I'm just going to do this really quickly here. And then you have different forms, and the form that we used in the coaching session was the grid. It's just a little easier to follow through, but you have 3 different choices. So the default is free form, so the little notes go anywhere. Grid makes it all uniform, and then stream looks like, like a YouTube thing, one after another. And you can also change the wallpaper on here. So there's lots of different wallpapers. I like something really simple, so it makes it easy to see. There's a whole bunch of different ones that you can do. And you can even add your own wallpaper if you want. So I'm going to hit save on that. Other things that you can do is you can have a little symbol over here that says what your Padlet is about. So sometimes this is important. In this particular one, it's not. I'm just going to click that real quick. Okay, so now you've changed your little symbol. You can also have whether the author's name is above each post. So this is good. Sometimes with something like Padlet, you want anonymous, just want everybody to be able to share without that. Or maybe you actually do want things to be, a name go with each one. So you can change that. So I'm going to put attribution. And then comments, you can actually have people comment on the tabs as well. This is great for building conversation. Okay, and then down here at the bottom, it gives you an address for your Padlet, and it starts with this funky one, but you can actually change that to make it something easy. So I could change it to coaching, and then it would be very simple to remember. So now I'm going to hit save. So now you'll see up here at the top, my Padlet has a really easy to remember web address. So I can close that, and I can send this Padlet. I'm going to go back here to the sharing, and so under share, you'll see that you can decide who sees this. So I can make it private or password protected, secret, or public. So secret, that's a nice one to do because you can just provide the link, but it's easy for people to get in and jump in and do stuff, and they don't have to sign up and all of that. And then you can choose, just like with a Google Doc, you can choose different access points. So you can have it so they can write, they can moderate, they can just read, etc. Okay. And you can also choose whether somebody can take your Padlet and remake it. So maybe you have a really great one that you set up for using with like a word wall or something like that, and you want to share it with other teachers, you can do that. So there's all kinds of different things you can do there. You can add contributors by email, lots of things there. Another really cool thing about Padlet is if I click on this, I'm under the share button, and if I click on share, export, and embed, I can share this as a QR code. So that's really great if you're working with people who maybe are accessing content from their phone or an iPad, students as well. Makes it really simple. This is a really easy tool to use on an iPad or a phone. You can share the link. You can also embed this in your blog or website. So this is kind of cool to set up something. If you've got a blog, you could actually put a Padlet on there that people can interact right on the blog. So you could have something where parents share a memory or something like that there. So lots of different ways to share, and you can also save the information in different ways. So you can save all of the notes as Excel files, image files, PDF, etc. So there's lots of options there, so you can see that. So if I'm here and I have this Padlet, right now it's just a blank page. If I double click here, or you can also click on the plus over here, you get this pop, and since I said to show who I am, it pops up there, and then I can write something. The other thing I can do is I can click all of these media buttons. It's just one big button. It looks like it's different ones. So if I click on here, I have the option of adding different files. So I can take a photo. I can add a link to something. I can add website, web page, photo, video, song, document, all kinds of things you can add this way. So another great thing about Padlet, besides just the writing, which is the simple one, is the ability to maybe set up like a space that you want your students to then go to, and you've got a link to a website, a video, and a Google Doc, and you want them to go to all of those things, and you can have it set up for them like that. Or perhaps you want everybody to do their work by paper, which we'll see in a later thing that we did at the coaching workshop, and then just take a picture of their work and share their work all here on a Padlet. So lots of different cool things that you can do with that. So Padlet is a great tool that can be used in lots of different ways. Really, from preschool all the way up to adults can use this tool really effectively. An example of how it's being used in a first grade classroom is Sarah Carpenter is using it with her students independently. They click on the link to the Padlet, and they're adding words that they're looking for words that start with a certain sound or have a certain consonant blend or things like that. And she has it set up, and the kids can add their words to the wall. And this is a completely independent activity for first graders. So it's very, very flexible and very, very usable for lots of different things. Another nice thing about it is that it can be an activity that's done with everybody on the devices at the same time, and you're pulling it up and looking at it on the projector, or it can also be done where everybody's kind of doing it on their own time, and then you go back and revisit it. So not everybody has to have a device at the same time. It could be a homework activity or that kind of thing as well. Or as a coach, you could use it where you send out the Padlet to people before the meeting and kind of get the ball rolling on what the meeting is going to be about. So that's another great way to use that.